I hope you can hear me. Hope we got that technical business taken care of. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is our Monday morning blocks practice. Let's get started. Come stand. Now, if I don't say every time, there are many things that I cannot say every time, and one of them is your standing position, okay? Samastiti Tadasana. Don't have to know the names. You do have to breathe, okay? Plant your feet down. Distribute the weight 40% into the heels, 40% into the balls of the feet, 20% into the toes. Lift in your arches. Distribute the weight equally, right foot, left foot. Do not take the weight distribution for granted. Kumar would have me, one day he would have me stay there almost an hour standing, just standing. Yeah, so my feet are rooted. I activate my attention down through those feet, through the contact in the ground, and like roots. You know, the physicists tell us that we're actually not connected, that we're not actually touching the ground, that we're actually floating just off the surface, right? But I want you to integrate your molecules of the foot with the molecules of your mat. Ground that. I'm lifting in the arches of my feet. I'm activating the muscles of my lower leg. I'm activating the muscles that attach to the bone at the top of the foot. It's called the talus bone, and I'm pulling that back. It's right at the front of the ankle, and I'm pulling that back through the heel. I take a big breath, and then activate up through the legs. Pelvic floor muscles activate with strength and lift up the front of the spine. My lowest abdominal muscles activate. They pull back to my sacrum, and the sacrum is that wedge-shaped fusion of bone, central to the hip. It's like a triangle pointed down, that bone right there, and on that bone, that sacrum, rests the lowest lumbar vertebra, the lowest part of the spine, and it's thick. And it builds up like a funny ladder all the way up through the neck to the top of the neck to the base of your skull. Right. If you have that, I want you to breathe from the bottom of the lung up to the top of the lung. Let it pour out. Let it begin to fill. Right? We are only standing. We are activating. We're engaging. We are awakening the body. And these two terms, awakening and liberating, it's similar. With the inhale, we identify. We can activate neural pathways, neuromuscular pathways, brain pathways. It is a learning in the breath cycle. The inhale is the activation of connection, what some people call learning. Exhale. When we exhale, we relax, we release, we surrender, we liberate. And so we're activating this threshold of awakening. And then when we exhale, we've touched that threshold, it is open, and we release, and it is a liberation. Right. Very nice. We're breathing 3 more breaths just like that. Inhale, right? Here we go. Take your hands together. Inhale, straight up. Exhale, wide. Inhale over the mat. Lock it. Through the mouth we exhale. Inhale wide. Way up. Oh, exhale down, right back to your heart. Oh, that felt really good. When we lift today, I want you to straighten your elbows, even though I don't say every time. Open the fingers and thumbs. Take the fingertips down to the shoulders. Let's lift in those elbows and make a little arc. Little arc back first. Opening, big back extension this morning. Watching the clouds roll past from the south. Yeah. Drop your chin. Inhale high. Yeah. Wide fingers, wide thumbs. How high can I reach? My feet rooted and my fingertips flying into the sky. And my exhale releases the isolated fingers. Releases the isolated wrist. Release the isolated elbows. Shoulders, the elbows are already released. Big knees, big breath, big release. Tilt the hips folded. Empty your spine. And when I say empty, I mean to relax. And it's the opposite of awakening. I'm breathing this folded, forward bend. In this, I play one knee straight, both knees bend. Both bend, one straightens. Both bend, one straightens. Good, play with that. Let your hands be comfortably placed on the floor. I don't care whether you're making a cup. Maybe you can't even touch the floor. If you can't touch the floor, get a block and put it underneath your hands, or get a bolster, or get something underneath so that you can touch without force, okay? As we've started this 10-week block program, underlying the work is the observation without force. What does this mean? How do you make progress? How do you make effort without force? How do you do your best? How do you really try if you don't force? What we're doing is identifying stability, strength, alignment, balance, and range. That's not any less part of it. I'm bending both knees. I take my right hand on my right hip. I straighten my right leg. I revolve completely. If you cannot revolve completely, do not reach the arm into the sky, but practice the revolve. Yes. And if you can revolve completely and this is easy, then straighten both legs. Isolate the fingers, wrist, elbow, shoulder down. If we're isolating our stability, strength, alignment, balance, and range, we call it sthura. We want to activate sthura. Just like when we were standing, we were activating sthura in our standing pose, samastiti tarasana. And we carry intention, isolated intention, forward into opposition. And when we move, carrying consciously with breath, carrying sthura, stack your hands. Good. Look, I'm bending my ankles deeply, my knees deeply. Oh, my tailbone goes back. Oh, yeah. When we carry Sthura, isolated intent, with isolated intent, inevitably we find the resistance. We want to carry that stability, strength, alignment, balance with isolated intent. When we do, we call it sukha. It's how we carry. And we touch that limitation. We touch that resistance, pain, discomforts. Separate your feet. The shoulders are low. The elbows are low. So I'm not slinging them high. It is low. Low. Turn your chin and forehead equally. And at first I exhale over the shoulder. It is a light breath. It is an easy breath. About a week ago, no, more than that now, we observed some breathing practices and observed Bhastrika and Kapalabhati. Bhastrika is the bellows breath, an even quality inhale and exhale. The Kapalabhati, a focus on the exhale. I'm focusing on the exhale right now. The inhale, I'm simply releasing at the center. It's the inhale drops in at the center. And release. Beautiful. Plant your feet near each other. We're going to make some coronal plane undulations. My ankles, my hips, shoulders, and ears align. I make a wave that originates at the top of my head and moves down from the sky to the earth. The males originate from the sky down to the earth. Females practice originating from the earth up to the sky. And release. Make a very light turn. Take those hands up again, hop. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that. Make a little turn. We made 108 hops today. Good. Take your hands on your knees, make circles. My feet are close together. Make circles in the knees. Every circle of the knee is a breath. Circle in the knee. A breath is a circle. A breath is a cycle. Bend and straighten the knees. When we connect that cycle of breath with our movement, with our stillness, with our attention, we are yoking. Now bring this up, be tall. Circle in the hips. Circle those hips. Reverse your circle. All right, bring it back up. Be tall. Isolate here. I'm stabilizing, hips down. I'm going to make a circle at my heart. Right and reverse. Yes, every circle of the heart is a breath. Reverse again. Nice. Be tall. Isolate your shoulders. Lift the shoulders up and circle them away. Inhale up, exhale away. Let's reverse. Nice. Check your coronal plane. Ankles, hips, shoulders, ears. Isolate. Stabilize. Shoulders down. Isolate. Head and neck. Let it turn. I am turning the top of my head, not just my nose, not just my face. Can you bring attention to the top of your head and make it circle as great a radius as possible? And let's reverse again. Are you connecting with your breathing? Oh, beautiful. Make a little turn. Empty the shoulders, elbows, wrists, and hands. Excellent. Bring your feet together. We're making some batak. There are many batak variations. There are many variations of every posture. It's not about one thing. It's not about achieving one thing. So let your mind release achievement. It's gratifying to achieve, But your steady practice, by the steady practice, the undistressed, persistent vigilance, that is the practice. Yeah, that's the best practice. So I inhale my hands back. Exhale forward. 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. Start shallow. Bend the knees in the line of the feet. They like to butterfly out. They like to buckle in. If you're there, I'm going to tickle the fingertips across the mat. So I'm dropping lower. Okay, there's some new things that we're doing today, including with our batak. If you've not done these before, some of you have, of course. Next level will be slow motion. I'm going to make it. As I'm descending, I'm moving into my toes, I'm lifting my heels, I'm dropping lower, and I push away. Slow motion. My heels are up, my arms lift, my heels press down. Slow motion. My heels lift up, my toes are pressing down. I sweep my arms, I push my heels and lift. Nice, and let's complete that. Okie doke, everybody's favorite coming up. Teacups, babies. Come on. Here come our teacups. I'm setting this today for 3 minutes, okay? Now, if you can, stay there the whole time. That's great. If you cannot, that's great too. If you're feeling it and you need to break the posture, exhale, stand up, shake it out, and drop it back down. Here we go. Dropping it back down. Stay there in it. Now, the hopping is a different thing, but I'm hopping forward just so I can be closer to you. Right? Adjusting my feet. In this, if you recall, we are activating that strength. We're dropping the tailbone down. We're lifting in the heart. Notice my legs. They are parallel, all right? They are not lifted. They're not rolling downhill, okay? My spine is tall. I find a point out in front of me. I fix my gaze on that. We call Traitakadrishti. My arms are relaxed. My breath is smooth. There's no sharpness. There's no There's no hard breath. It's smooth breath. Lift in your heart. And here's where I begin to count backwards. I'm going to count backwards from 108. Every breath. That's 3 minutes. Yeah, that was 3 minutes. You can break it. I'm going to push on a little bit because I have to. Okay? 3 minutes is all you need. I'm going for 3:30 right now. That's 3:30. Oh, I just did better. That's good. Plant those fingertips. Push it forward. Be tall. We want to grow these. Excellent. So come back. Let's come to the front of your mat. Take your hands together. We're making one salute to the sun. We're going to get some nice twists in these today. We'll do the right side first, typically, and we'll do the left side after. The same sequence, with the right leg initiating and then the left leg initiating. That is one whole unit, right and left. Here we go. Inhale. Lift it. Fold it down. Right leg, kick it back. Bear weight in the right arm. Keep that right arm stable, shoulder stable and fixed. My left hand on my hip. Revolve, revolve, revolve. And then I reach. 3, 2, 1. I take it down to the floor. I revolve my heel behind me, down. I bring my hips into the line between the feet. My left arm stabilizes in my right hand. It goes on my hip. Notice my hips are not out. They are aligned between my heels. Lift in the spine, lift in the heart. Activate the posture and twist. Take it down. My hands step forward. I rock forward and back. My hands step back and I kick to my plank. In my plank, my hands not too wide, not too close. Not forward, not behind, but directly, vertically aligned under my shoulders. Big breath is our chaturanga down. In this, my elbows squeeze into my ribs. I suspend my body about an inch off of the mat. I touch my knees, my heart, and my forehead. A ripple through the spine. My toes are digging in, a dorsiflexion of the feet. And my toes, they push me forward. And I make a plantar's flexion with my feet now. Toes pointing away. The top of each foot flat. My knees off the mat. My spine is relaxed. My shoulder blades go back. The front of my body awakens with breath. I turn my head to the right. And to the left. At the center, I dig my toes. I bend my knees 1 inch off of the mat. I'm pulling my tailbone back. And then I lift up, straightening the legs. Yeah. Inhale, and with the exhale, I step. I start my exhale first. And the breath carries the movement. Inhale. Let your breath carry your movement. Stack your hands. Just lift up in your heart. Oh. Deep ankles bending, deep knees bending, heels push down. Reach the hands back and sweep. Back to the heart and push. Be tall. Empty the shoulders. Turn the palms out. Sweep the arms wide and arc back. Good. Same thing, second side. Let's inhale up. Press your hands together this time. When you enter, it's pressing the hands. Left foot kicks back. Bear weight in your left hand. The right hand goes on your hip. Have you aligned your fingertips and your toes? So there's a straight line in front of you there down on the floor. I lift my spine and revolve it. My shoulder, left shoulder, stable and locked. Good, I take it down, right hand down. My left heel, it revolves down, and my hips bring them into the line between the feet. Lift your spine and revolve. Take this hand back down to the ground. Notice the right knee pulls in to this right shoulder, and it can leverage strength. Good. My back heel revolves up. I take my hands forward, and I'm going to rock forward and back. Not up and down, but forward and back. Step your hands back, big breath in. Kick it back in your plank. Good. One chaturanga. Exhales down. Squeeze the elbows. Look to the left, to the right, center. It will be the left foot you carry with breath. Find your lines, fingertips and toes. Let everything settle. A line in your coronal plane, ankles, hips, shoulders, ears, right where we began earlier today. Inhale and arc. My hands are apart. Beautiful. We're doing one move for the back, stabilizing lower spine before we get to those blocks. I'm folded forward, Uttanasana. This time, my left hand, it makes a cup position, a mudra cup, right in front of my left foot and a little to the side. My right hand comes to the, look, I'm taking my hand like this. My little finger is down, my thumb is up. It's a little funny angle in that wrist. We're not accustomed to that angle of gripping. But we're going to use it. I bear all the weight and balance in my left leg, left hand. Tuck this right knee. Point your toes away. Bring your knee to your face. Knee is at the forehead. Knee to the forehead. Oh, you can't talk this way. Now you could stay with that and breathe. When you want more, you relax the knee away and you begin to lift it. Do not force. Unbind your foot. Take it back down. Beautiful fold. My right leg and right hand bear the weight. My left hand goes to the left ankle. I tuck this left knee to the forehead. I'm lifting the knee away. As I lift the knee, I stabilize in that right leg, right hip, right lumbar spine, left lumbar spine. And we open. Let it breathe. Let it breathe. Let the breath go out. Notice that when you inhale, it's easy to lose that central balance. So we reground with the exhale. And then unbind that foot. Push away. Rebuild, be tall. Come and get your blocks. There was an old song from the 70s, I think, and it was in, what is it? Those Galaxy movies, Champions of the Galaxy, or the ones with Chris Pratt. Come and get your blocks. Come and get your blocks. I actually think I was come and get your love, but okay. Get your blocks. We're going to just review briefly. From the plank, knees 3 times between the elbows. 3 times we crisscross. 3 times we lift the knee to the elbow outside. 3 times lift that knee to the outside of the shoulder. 3 times we're going to step, reach, bring it back. Step, reach, bring it back. Step, reach, bring it back. 3 times we're going to slow motion step. Oh, that was too fast. Float, touch, lift, lift, float it back. Float, touch, lift the toes, lift the ball of the foot, lift the heel straight up and float. And back. Nice. With the breath. We're going to step it to the outside. With the breath, we step to the inside. Good. With the breath, we step forward and we sit. Squat on those toes. My heels are lifted up. I drop my, just because of the mat and the concrete, I'm moving my blocks backwards because I don't want to smack my feet on the concrete. Hi. Little dip, okay? Little up and down 3 times. Dip plus pull back, Nabi Darshasana. Lift, pull back 3 times. Lift, pull back 3 times. Lift, pull back 3 times. Good. We're going to lift, pull back, and tuck those feet back. Lift, pull back, kick it out. Lift, pull back, kick. It's not a kick, it's a tuck. Back, lift, tuck it back, out. Good. Okay, you remember what's next. We're going to lift, pull it back, and we're going to lift one foot, pointing the toes away. 3 breaths. Pushing down, lifting up in that right foot. 3, 2, 1. I touch it back. Tuck. Left foot. 3, 2, 1. Touch it back. Okay, you know what's next is we're going to lift. We entered Kolasana. 3, 2, 1. Touch it down. Sit. Not done. If you need to stop, that's okay. But then rejoin as you can. I'm going to press, I'm going to lift, and I'm going to crisscross my ankles. Lift, up, crisscross, crisscross, crisscross. Nice. Kick it back. If you need to go back and do this in slow motion and just identify, that's A-okay. There's nothing new here. There's not anything new. We're just putting things together in one line. From my plank, I'm going to hop my feet forward between the blocks. As I hop, I want to grip and float them. The more slow motion, the more action you will get. Good. Let's touch it down. Let's take 2 hands back. So all of that warm up for that set of blocks, right? Lift up in the heart. But what it means is that for us to make real progress, 3 times a week is 1 hour at a time is bare minimum for any kind of real progress. Bare minimum. I suggest that you identify some of these and work them. Maybe you take some time on Tuesday and Thursday. Maybe you can continue this as you've been working already this morning or this afternoon or whenever it is that you've turned on this YouTube. Right. All right, next one. Take these blocks. Okay, so today I do want to add one little thing. Week 5. Yeah. I'm going to hop forward to the center and then hop all the way through. Hop. Hop. And then I hop back to the middle. Back. Hop. 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 Do as many as you can without falling apart. Be careful of your toes. Yeah. Good. Lie down on your back. Lie down, rest on your back. We have 3 or 4 more easy poses. Now you may notice with this 10 weeks block practice, we are not exploring the range of so many postures. And the number of postures is limitless. Lie on your back and make a good recovery. This 10 weeks, we're focusing on the use of these blocks, these parallettes. Okay, today, take your arms wide like a T. This is our common exit. Knees drift over to the left. Draw your knees up toward the elbow. My head looks to the left. My left hand can go on this right knee, and I push my heels out long and straight. I turn my head, and I look over at the right hand. Wake up that right arm into the sky, reach up high, empty to the left. Beautiful. Second side, knees over to the right. Head to the right. If this left shoulder is troubling you and you want zero impingement in that left shoulder, take your hand to the ribs or your hip. I push my heels of the legs away. I'm looking to the right. And with the breath, I turn left. Look at my left thumb. Look how you enter. Wake up that left arm and roll to the right. Empty. Beautiful. Come onto your belly. We're wrapping up today. We still have our wise guys and a few other moves. Reach way out on the ground this time. Way out. Stretch out. Belly down. Press the surface of your body. Down. The whole surface from your fingertips down to your toes. All through the middle. Everything in between. Push down, push down, push down. Good. Let's lift up. Lift up in the arms. Lift up in the legs because you can. Bend your elbows because you can. Bring those hands back because you can. Lace the fingers together because you can. Shoulder blades back. Bend your knees because you can. Grip those ankles. Yes, lift up in your heart. I'm going to push down in my left leg and I reach up in my right. As I do, I can roll onto my side. Side bow. I look over my right shoulder. I relax my right side. I lift my left. I roll. I look over my left shoulder. Now the key to this entrance, I bring it back. If I'm going to roll to the left, I relax this left side and I lift my right. So it is the disengagement of the left side, the deactivation and emptying of the left side as I activate the right, and you will roll. I bring it to the center, I relax it to the center. I relax my entire right side. I lift my left, and there is your entrance. How do you enter postures? That's what we're looking for. Entrances and exits. Oppositions in depth with breath. That's where the action is. Lie down on your back, please. Let's move into a shoulder stand. Yeah. I'm getting accustomed to this technology. There is some getting used to, I have to admit. And sometimes it's not right and I have to start over, and then the timing is different. So thank you for your patience as I learn. Okay, my feet are up. When you're on your back like this, legs up, they call it Supta Dandasana. I'm going to lift into my shoulder stand. The neck happy is the entrance. You've got to have your neck happy. If it's not happy, do not go any farther. Vertical legs. Breathe through the nose only. I'm not going to count this morning. Are your hands placed symmetrically on your back and hips? As I exhale, my legs go over the top. Plow posture. Halasana. Take it all the way back down. Now you have a choice. You can enter your fish. I'm going to make one fish where my legs join together, my spine lifts up through my heart. I go on the top of my head, in the nose, out the mouth. Good. But if you want more, you go to your upward facing bow. I enter from my bridge position. I inhale up, my hands are at my side. I do it the same every single time. I find my hand position between the shoulders and the ears. I inhale up. I will inhale the nose, exhale the mouth. Take it down. Rest it. Beautiful. Rest it down. Corpse pose, please. Okay, it is wise guy time. Random page. This is great. I love these. Swami Chitananda, one of Kumar's pals who drive down from St. Louis, from the Vedanta Center in St. Louis. And there's a picture of him somewhere with Kumar at breakfast. In any case, he says this to us. Your work really begins when you release struggle. To let go of struggle initiates a change of vibration within you. And this change puts you in touch with the flow of life itself. And essentially, that is who you are and what you are. To cultivate your awareness of this flow is the real work. For when you're in touch with that flow of life, and you feel your heart and your mind open, you'll note that a certain presence asserts itself. And the presence changes your physical chemistry, your feelings, your mind. And it is your spirit itself. Spirit itself. And it starts to inform you about everything, about life, of God. Oh, there's that word. And it's a simple work. The Swamis have forever recognized power higher, greater than themselves. It's that simple. This is a great problem with our culture, is that we recognize no power greater than ourselves. That limited small self. That's a big error. It causes many problems in relationships, in health, in work. The practice begins when we release struggle. I have to remind myself every day to begin again. And that is beginner's mind. Maintain beginner's mind. And in this way we work. We want all this stuff outside in our life to manifest, to change. But we have to be willing to change here first. We have to change our own limitations. Beautiful. I'm changing. It's hard. Technology, 21st century schizoid man. Oh my goodness. That concludes our practices today. Find an easy way to sit Let's take the hands together. Inhale, exhale wide. Inhale over the ground, make a fist. Through the mouth, inhale wide. Straighten those elbows. Lock it down. Namaste. Gracias.